Suresh Kumar Makam. The 2nd of April 2016. 11 to 45 am. Methods of practices are many in number. They present themselves as different kinds. The methods of practices are basically or originally designed by the founder masters to achieve a supreme goal of human life. Those founding fathers, they set the supreme goal as above all and rest falls, and remain the only one, the goal. Uncompromising their view, unacceptable for them and thing against that. And it is untenable in any way. No elbow space, no margin, no leverage, when spoken about the goal. It is the single and final. To tap every source and resource, to use and put it into utilization, is the purpose of the means prescribed within the method. It means, it is the human, for the human, by the human, of the human only, and is the goal, the purpose, the supreme goal. Hence, the founding fathers are talking about human only. The founding fathers demarcated human as Bahya and Antharanga, external and internal. Bahya, external, means physical body, means Bahya Swarupa. Antharanga, internal, means inner being. The powers of the physical body have to be aroused and awakened to its fullest strength and then to be harnessed in line to the set goal. To identify and to tap and thereafter to harvest and harness the power of nerve system by way of arousing and awakening, the power of bone system, the power of lung system, the power of brain system, the power of spine system, the power of heart system and the power of vital organ system. The power of inner bodies comprises of the power of mind, the Chitta, Buddhi, Mana, Ahankara and conscious, soul and thought, i.e. the power of Chitta, the power of Buddhi, the power of Mana, the power of Ahankara and the power of conscious, the power of soul and the power of thought or thought power. 1. Chitta. Chitta is the source to evolve siddhis, a kind of supernatural powers. The power of psyche. 2. Buddhi. The power of intellect or the Buddhi is the source of empowering the intellect. The mantras. The mantra siddhis are to be sourced from this only. The grosser form of the power of intellect also can be found in the Tantra. Yantra. Mantranga. 2. Mana. The of mana is the power to evolve accuracy. Precision and pinpointed targeting has the potential power within it. That at one point of time it has power to orient the power of Chitta and the power of intellect as. The practitioner tends to lose himself while repeating it into the repetition itself. By this way they awaken the inner powers of it and they arouse it and set for the action. Ahankara. The power of Ahankara, the ego, is the next supreme power of the Supreme. From the crudest form to the finest form, it is all-pervasive. It is the power which powers the man to undergo greatest penances of toughest in nature, to the state of pure and transparent in nature, akin to godhood, nay the very form of godliness. Conscious. The power of conscious. We have the following kinds of conscious in general. 1. General conscious. Common conscious as humans have. 2. Subconscious state. Apparently, we experience it during our sleep state. The sleep state passes into dream state and sushupti. And that is the end of the subconscious region. The subconscious state can be experienceable during the conscious state also. When the human is engrossed in deep thought and deep thinking, unconcerned and unmindful of the external state, he is not asleep but also not wakeful. But still he is in a wakeful state. This is a simile to understand that the subconscious state is existing and functioning. 3. The unconscious state. This is another kind of conscious which is a kind of an independent conscious. which supervises continuously 24/7 all the human organs and functions. Continuously. The unconscious state is so physical. Everybody will be experiencing it at all times, whether it is conscious, subconscious or unconscious, sleepy, dreamy or sushupti. That is working. 4. Superconscious state. The next is the superconscious state, which is superconscious state and is in meaning in its sense. Truly it is super. It is the power of elevating. Truly it elevates human beings from the animalisy-based human to the human. As the Lord Christ says, man is not only flesh and bones but also spirit. The flesh and bones falls under the category of animalisy. Only when the spirit is joined, he becomes the human. The superpower of the superconscious works on all powers of the rest of the powers. Rather to say, when we use the word called power, you are using the word superconscious only. Maybe in small or maybe in great. Maybe in low, maybe in high. Maybe in crude or maybe in fine. Maybe in gross or maybe in subtle. The power may be in any form is derived only from the superconscious state. And that is the power of superconscious. This power is all. 3. Inclusive and all potential. The play of superconscious can be traced in every action and activity. 5. Soul. The power of soul. This is the all-enveloping power. Rest of every power is playing like just-born swanlets or ducklets in the serene water of a lake of soul in which no waves and no ripples. The basic query comes, whether human while living can experience the power of soul or the human can experience the soul only after his physical wailing or after death. But, if I say, every human is experiencing the power of soul in their walk of life, that too in day-to-day chore, it is truly a strange statement. But if I quote a very ordinary and small example, wherein the power of soul is exhibited in a vibrant way itself. The example I am placing before you is very simple and plain, which as follows. Egg. 1. While traveling in a city bus. At one bus stop. In the empty bus 10 commuters boarded for the same destination or different destinations. But each commuter occupies the different seat. Apparently it appears it is for his comfort. But truly, he doesn't want to disturb anybody. He does not want to disturb anybody's privacy. He does not want to disturb anybody's privacy. He does not want to disturb anyone. This is the power of soul. That power of soul expressed in the form of just and fair. Egg. 2. Great natural calamity occurred in some part of the world. And for that great calamity, there is not a single human who was not pained, though it is unconcerned to him or straight to his country. He grieves, he suffers and he feels and wish rise to the occasion to help to redeem the situation. Egg. 3. The following is the illustration of the life of Emperor Chandragupta Maurya. In the prime age, the Emperor Chandragupta Maurya during his emperorship, deep anguish struck his heart to realize God and his spiritual master, the Jan Saint Bhadrapala, came to his rescue during his prime age, and that too when Chandragupta was under the stewardship of Chanakya the Great. The Emperor Chandragupta Maurya relinquished everything, released every bond of him and followed the footprints of his Guru Bhadrapala. With a single cloth upon him, walked barefoot right from Pataliputra to Shravanabelagola. In Karnataka, more than 3,000 kilometers, lived himself in the Guru Seva of his Guru and rigidly following on dotted lines the dictum of his Jan Guru. When his Guru asked him for the call of his life, as ordained by his Guru, went into the cave, locked himself, left food and water and comfort, allowed his body to the mercy of every kind of creatures but maintained restraint in harming or disturbing the creatures. He acquired the 4. Death. Can we not take this a full and sound proof of the power of soul? If not so, what shall we call this? Being an emperor, he welcomed, he invoked, he invited with the pleasure, the pain, the misery, the agony, the tormentation, the turmoil, the trauma, with of his free will and volition. Smilingly, though in a whisk he can put an end to all this. Himself or with a wink of his eye. The people were ready to remove all his misery. But still he courted his end. The way is ordained by his Guru, the Jan Saint Bhadrapala. All great endeavors and all great tasks concerning the well-being of the human races and the creation in general during all the times and all the civilizations born out of only power of soul. This is my personal perceptions. The power of soul is universal in nature. Rather to say, universe or universes and be contained by a single soul. That is the power of soul.